Just a quick update, quick debrief about the weekend. Just I'm still in it, blessed, blessed and unstoppable, as Marcus would say. And yesterday was my dad's birthday. So and last Saturday, man, this is insane. So last Saturday, I'm standing in the chapel at Harvard Divinity School, and then 6 days later, call from the White House. Can you make it up here by tomorrow morning for the EO executive order signing ceremony? I'm like, man, so I'm swimming. I am. I'm on minute 14 and 59 seconds. So Saturday morning, culmination of 57 years, to be honest with you, but 5 years of work, man. Never thought I'd be doing it. Marcus Luttrell, man, seeing him and Morgan obviously at the White House, and we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary. Man, he and I were just, as soon as I walked up to the White House gate, Luttrell's like, man, now it's a party. Now we can get started. The very surreal experience. By the way, the Oval Office it's an Oval Office. It's kind of tiny. It's really not that big, but RFK met his wife's really nice, great lady. Gave her No Fallen Heroes Foundation coin, but FDA Commissioner Dr. Oz, the NIH director, on one side, and then the Navy SEALs on the right. I was off. I was to the right of the press over there on the right. And could not be more happy, proud with all those guys up there. One team, one fight, right? End of the beginning. This is the end of the beginning. What's that mean? We're not even, man. Ibogaine. These compounds are still Schedule 1 drugs, right? What's the definition of a Schedule 1 drug? No therapeutic use and a high risk of addiction. That's the definition of alcohol and cigarettes. 100% legal. Ibogaine, 5-MeO DMT, psilocybin, anti-addictive, and it was the most therapeutic thing I've ever done in my life. So, and folks, God, President Trump could declare he's Satan today, and some of you would complain it's not hot enough in hell. Man, 3 years under previous administration, I was going to D.C. I got it wrong. I thought Democrats were malabeads and drug rugs and hippies and psychedelics, and got that wrong. They were, talk's a good talk. They were pro-big pharma, man. Get your 7th booster, and, So, the fact that President Trump did this, if that angers you or whatever, go sit with some Ibogaine, man. You need help. The guy doesn't drink. He certainly doesn't do, drugs or any of this stuff. But did you listen to it? It was so surreal standing there. He's like, and I think it was the NIH director, research, and, kind of started talking like a booger eater, and in the lab coats, and Trump's like, research. Hey, he looked over his left shoulder. He's like, hey fellas, did this work? They're like, yeah, it saved my life. He's like, well, there's your research. It either works or it doesn't work. I was laughing. I'm like, exactly. We in the West like to act like we just discovered these compounds and we have to research them. Man, enough with the ego. These compounds have been used for millennia around the world by other cultures. Man, go talk to a medicine woman in the Amazon. Go talk to a chief in Gabon serving Iboga. Well, can you show me your phase 3 trials? They'd be like, what? So I get it. It's research safe and everything like that, but let's go. That's what, again, love or hate President Trump, but man, the guy's he's a businessman. Does this work? Work for us. Let's go. Let's move. Last administration, and, come on. So healing our heroes at home should not be political or partisan. It Shouldn't be. So, and and it's funny, a month ago, I'm on Lara Trump's show, and then out in Colorado, hey, can you fly Eric Trump in your Foundation fighter jet? I'm like, yeah. He was a hostage, man. I had him for a couple hours. I bent his ear on all this stuff. I'm not saying that's what got it done, but it was, hey, Joe Rogan going to a UFC fight, texted the president, and the president said, let's get this done. There's a lot more going on than that. And if you don't know this, folks, Joe Rogan has never sat with ibogaine. He's done a lot of other psychedelics and DMT. Never sat with ibogaine. What Joe Rogan has done is put a spotlight on this and veterans. So he brought the light, but it's so funny, man. Again, first of all, Joe Rogan's a Democrat. He voted for Bernie Sanders, so it's so funny to see people try and twist themselves into pretzels, making it left or right issue. It ain't. The president's sitting at Joe Rogan, standing behind him. The president's like, Joe Rogan, little liberal, little way too liberal for me, but he's a nice guy. And Rogan's standing behind him laughing. That's a God moment right there, right? Please stop with the partisan politics. Enough. But hopefully this is the end of the beginning. The president fired the starter pistol. We're going to be... Some people ask often, like, what's your mission objective of the No Fallen Heroes Foundation and down the road? I'm like, to go away. We should not be doing this. There should not be a single veteran nonprofit doing this. How about the VA step up and the American people fulfill their promise we make to our young men and women when they raise their right hand? First of all, no man or woman left behind, and we'll take care of you when you get home. So my mission objective, besides bringing this number down to as close to zero as we can, is to go away. We should not be doing this. But as well as I do, there ain't no way in hell in the next 5 years, maybe even 10, that the VA serve an ibogaine. I want to be wrong. I'm not going to be wrong with that. So our mission is going to continue. Over on the other side of the fence, Sacred Warrior Fellowship, we have a retreat, a ceremony coming up the end of May 29 through 31. We sit with the sacrament of psilocybin. This was the most spiritual, religious experience of my life. Made everything I experienced as a young Catholic look almost comical. So reach out to Sacred Warrior, and we serve civilians at Sacred Warrior Fellowship. No fallen heroes, veterans, first responders, and their families. So, rambling, long debrief, my apologies, but, and finally, it's because we had a great trade brief this morning at Top Gun Options. Compass is up 50% today. I think like 30 million shares so far. A tie is up 35%. What did I tell you? Look at my social media. A couple weeks ago, I put out a report from Top Gun Options. These are the 4 names I'd buy with both hands right now. Boom. First of all, I didn't know any of this was going to happen. But making money's great, right? It isn't that great, but you get what I'm saying. How about making money and potentially saving and changing the lives of people or you? So, yeah, making money is one thing. You're not a pharaoh. You're not going to take it with you. They don't put it in your casket or your tomb to take to the other life. Man, I throw as much, Susie and I throw as much as we can over the fence into the nonprofits to continue the mission. But I got to be honest with you, man, making money and being bullish on these psychedelic names. And you haven't missed out. They're just, all the institution of Wall Street's like, what is going on? Boom. So, you know what? Next Monday at 10 Eastern, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for about an hour and a half, I'm going to open the doors to Top Gun Options, and you can come by and learn how to trade for free, and I'm going to debrief you on these names. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT dash, what is it? FT dash throttle, right? I think that's what it is. Whatever it is, click the link in my bio, man. I should know what these links are, but I don't, because I'm more focused on the healing aspect of this, not the money making. But again, apologize for the long rambling video. I'm going to keep this under 10 minutes. Got to go. God is great. Fights on. Namaste and Basi Basi. Whiz out.